busting help with recruitment?
No.
I know nothing about unions whatsoever. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
I don't know anything about unions either.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so again, another low IQ implementation. I just want to be clear that the American people should know that these are all Trump 2.0 policies. So when we say that he's failed, let me tell you, we got receipts, and those are some of the receipts. So when we start talking.
So then the MAGA Republicans were getting so ripped to shreds yesterday, and they really have no ability to even debate anymore because they just basically take whatever Donald Trump posts on social media, and then they're like, okay, I guess that's what we believe in now. And they know that they get flustered and that they can't even justify their positions. So I showed you this thing that they were doing last week, and they're continuing to do it this week. I'm talking about the members of Congress now, the MAGA Republican Congress members. So they don't even speak or debate with the Democratic Congress members anymore. They stay mute. They go silent. So you have a Democratic Congress member like Congressmember Neguse, and he'll say, okay, could we debate this amendment because that's what we're supposed to do in Congress? Who wants to discuss this? I'd love to just debate it so I can see why you oppose it. And we can, let's discuss our ideas in public as legislators. Let's talk about it. And then the MAGA Republicans they refuse to respond. I'm going to stop the video after 4 or 5 seconds of the silence, so you'll get the point, but it goes on for 4 minutes. And Congressmember Neguse, the Democratic Congress member, is just like, okay, no one here. Watch this clip right here.
Support it. Perhaps I'll try something a little different this time, because I have made repeated offers to the chairman to try to engage him in debate. I've made good faith efforts to convince my colleagues that they should rise to the occasion and on behalf of their constituents, be willing to defend their values, defend the positions that they have taken. But that has fallen, unfortunately, on deaf ears and sort of just blanket refusal on the part of my Republican colleagues to engage in any kind of debate. So what I will just do, I will give my Republican colleagues an opportunity to explain to their constituents, to their colleagues, and to the American people why they believe this amendment should not be approved by the committee.
Then we have Democratic Congress member really grill into Treasury Secretary Bessent right here about Scott Bessent's employment of this guy Marco Elez, who made all these, a Doge worker who made racist posts, and then Bessent tries to play dumb about it. Great cross-exam skills here. Play this clip.
About statements that Mr. Elez had made in the prior year. One was, you could not pay me to marry outside my ethnicity. Another was that he wanted to normalize Indian hate. The third was, just for the record, I was racist before it was cool. And another was, I just want a eugenic immigration policy. Is that too much to ask? This man resigned shortly after that article was published, but you don't recall him being there?
Congressman, I did not recall that individual's name, but that individual was terminated.
He was terminated. Okay. Well, I appreciate that. Although it appears that he then later turned up that he was rehired, I guess, and that he's continuing.
Not by Treasury, sir.
Okay, but he was continuing to do work for Doge, but in this instance, HHS and 3 other departments. You have no idea.
I didn't follow his career.
Okay. Well, you didn't catch J.D. Vance saying that he didn't think he should be terminated? Did you miss that too?
I don't recall that.
All right. Do you recall Mr. Trump saying that he should have a second chance?
I don't recall that.
No. Okay.
Delete Me makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable. It's easier than ever to find personal information about people online. Your home address, phone number, even your family members' names just sitting out there for anyone to see. And these days, we've seen how online trolls and bad actors use that information to target political voices, government workers, and everyday people just speaking out. As someone with a very online presence who has been the victim of attacks in the past, privacy is more important to me now than ever. I personally use Delete Me, and it's given me real peace of mind knowing they're removing my personal data from hundreds of data broker websites. I can focus on my work and speaking up without constantly worrying about who's got my info. Take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me, now at a special discount for our listeners. Get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/Midas and use promo code Midas at checkout. That's MEIDAS. The only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/Midas and enter code Midas at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/Midas, code Midas, MEIDAS.
Then we have Democratic Congresswoman Lauren Underwood from Illinois. Here's her exchange with Kristi Noem. Let's play this clip right here.
Do you believe that the Constitution grants everyone in our country the right to due process, including non-citizens?
The administration has the authority to.
Ma'am, I'm looking for a yes or no question. Yes or no. Do you believe the Constitution? Yes, ma'am. Do you,
we have
ma'am?
not conducted
Reclaiming my time, Mr. Chairman. Okay. Secretary Noem, I'm just looking for a yes or no here. Do you believe the Constitution guarantees due process to everyone in America?
Due process is exactly what this Congress lays out.
Yes or no?
It is,
Okay, ma'am, I'll take that as a no.
On due process
Excuse me, I'm trying to ascertain your understanding of the law as it applies to your department. And you as its leader should be able to give us a yes or no answer because judge after judge has ruled that the law is not being followed. Do you believe that the U.S. government has the authority to deport American citizens?
No, and we are not deporting
great.
U.S. citizens.
I'm so happy to hear that you do not believe that the law gives you that authority because the federal government has no authority under U.S. laws to deport any American citizen. And as I know, everyone viewing this hearing today knows that several American citizens have been deported to date. Secretary Noem, that was not a question. Secretary Noem, that oath that we both swore before taking office was to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States, not the president, not a political party, the Constitution. And that's what we're going to keep doing here at the Appropriations Committee. Thank you. I yield back.
Now going back to Mark Pocan. Hope I'm saying his name right. Democratic Congressmember, is it Pocan? Democratic Congressmember Mark Pocan. Sparring with Secretary of Treasury Scott Bessent here about Scott Bessent has what he calls the crazy Ivan theory. And he's like, oh, Trump's being crazy Ivan. That's what this is. It's strategic uncertainty, crazy Ivan. And so you just don't know what crazy Ivan is going to do. And here the Democrats are like, okay, for like Americans, like regular folk, like we don't want crazy Ivan. Like we just want our paychecks and we want to be able to afford housing and we want to be able to have health care and we want to be able to raise children and we want to be able to have a family or we want to be able just to be happy. And we don't want crazy Ivan. We're not looking for crazy frickin' Ivan. This is actually the Republican policy. They call it the crazy Ivan theory. And that Trump's crazy Ivan. They've unleashed crazy Ivan on us. You think I'm joking? Here, play this clip right here.
So I just recently from one of my suppliers got the tariff surcharge on things. And in addition to the tariff surcharge, guess what else got raised? American-made walnut plaques. That has nothing to do with tariffs, but companies take advantage and do that. So right now, we are getting screwed right and left because of the indiscriminate use of tariffs. That's the reality for Main Street. And you go off to Beverly Hills for private investor conferences and talk about crazy Ivan theories. Answer that. What is the crazy Ivan theory of tariffs that you mentioned at the summit?
Well, first of all, sir, I've had meetings with more than 50 small lenders. So I want to clarify that. I would also say that in game theory, strategic uncertainty, of which you seem to like the name Crazy Ivan.
Well, it's your words, correct? Didn't you use Crazy Ivan at the?
Well, you've used it 5 times, and
that's the question, Mr. Chairman.
I am saying the strategic uncertainty is part of negotiations. That should we say, here's what we'll accept. Please take this.
Okay, I've got your answer. Thank you. I'm going to reclaim my time again. So for a small business, we don't have that luxury, right? When the ports are empty in California and we can't get goods and people are stocking up for Christmas goods, Crazy Ivan is great for please don't take this offense, really rich people like you, but for people like me, it's not, right? That's what makes small businesses fail. That's what makes people lose their jobs. That's what makes the stock market tank. So I'll ask one more time, who